Now that I have them roughly where they belong, I'm going to dimension them all into place. And when you're dimensioning a circle, you want to dimension a circle from the center. So let me kind of walk you through what I mean by that. So I'm going to click Sketch Dimension, and I'm going to click at the center of a circle, click, and then I'm going to click at the edge of the part. And I'm going to kind of go up with that, okay? And it's 25 units. That's what I wanted it to be, so I'm going to press Enter. If yours wasn't, go ahead and change it. Now the other thing about circles is they take 3 dimensions to fully lock in. You need the diameter of the circle, which we have. You need the location in the X direction, which we also have, and then the location in the Y direction. So I'm going to click at the center here, and then the edge of this part, go out this way, click it down, and type in 25. And now this circle is fully dimensioned. It's got all 3 dimensions. And now we just got to kind of repeat that process. We got this circle, and I know it is, if I click from the center of this circle to the center of this circle, I know this should be 25 units. It is, so let me drop it down. And if it lets you, awesome. If it tries to fight you on it, it's probably already 25, so you should be okay. But if it like really fights you on it, just delete the circle and make a new one, because it's not worth getting into like 50 fights with a circle for. Okay, so that's 25. That's our Y direction. You know, it's locked in the Y axis now because it has to be 25 units from this top circle, which is fully defined. So now let's dimension the center of this circle to the edge of the part and make sure this is 25 and press Enter. Okay, so those 2 are good. We're going to do that one last time for this one. Center to center here, 25 units, Enter, and then center to edge here, go up, click, 25 units. Okay, so these are all good. You might notice that the color has changed from this like light blue to black. When it changes to black, it means it's fully constrained. So if I tried, let me press escape a few times. If I tried to move these circles, it won't let me. I'm like clicking and holding on these and I'm trying to move them. It's not going to let me. But if I grab this circle, I can easily move it. And that's because this circle, all we've defined is the diameter. We haven't defined its location, so it's still free to move. Okay, I'm going to click on the dimension tool and just kind of go through this quickly like we did before. So center the circle to the edge of the part, go out 25 units. And the Y direction is locked now, and then center of the circle to the edge of the part, 25 units, Enter. That one's locked. And then kind of just get this center to this center. Oh, you might have seen here, notice how it's aligned, it's kind of at an angle. Try to avoid that, because then things kind of go wonky. Right now we're just measuring like Y and X directions, so make sure it's straight before you drop it down, and then press Enter. Okay, center to the edge of the part, drop it down, 25, Enter, and then this last one, center of this to center of this, and that's 35. I'm going to change mine to 25. Your numbers might vary. They might not be my numbers, but this technique should be the same. Okay, so how I'm defining these, you can define it very similar as well. Okay, so we drew our 6 circles. It looks pretty good. Now we need to cut these all in half, so I'm going to go to Line. I kind of click up here, click down to the edge here. It should let me, but I could tell it's like fighting me on it. I don't know. Oh, no, never mind. It dropped it down exactly where I wanted. Make sure you're drawing these circles. Whoops. You could tell right there, I was in sketch mode and I kind of messed up and I'm out of sketch mode because I must have accidentally clicked something. If you get out of sketch mode, first of all, you know you're out of sketch mode if your green check mark is gone, and mine's gone, so I'm out of sketch mode right now. Look here and see if you still have the tab active, and if you do, click on it. Now you're back in. If you don't, you might need a undo until like you get back into sketch mode. Okay, I'm going to click on the line, draw that, then I have to keep selecting it because it keeps the tool active sometimes, and I don't want to just kind of be like drawing past the past the object. So I want to draw to the edge, but I don't want to draw past the edge, okay? And sometimes it doesn't give me that choice. So there it did, but not every time, okay? I could kind of see with those X's that it's drawing, okay? So it is a few steps, but once you get the hang of this, this is really good technical practice for understanding the basic Fusion 360 tools. Okay, I'm going to press escape twice, and we have all these now done. We just have to trim off half of each circle. So I'm going to click on my scissors. I'm going to click on this half, this half, this half. It doesn't really matter what half you click on. You just have to get rid of half of it. And you might notice all the dimensions are still there because it started off as a circle, so it's still okay with it. Okay? I'm going to press escape to get rid of the scissor tool and then finish my sketch. I'm going to click on my little house picture. Oh, and it flipped it around, so actually I'm just going to hold down Shift, hold down the middle scroll wheel of the mouse, and I'm going to revolve to the end there. I'm going to zoom in so you can see that better. And as much as I want to say you can revolve all 6 of these at the same time, you probably can only do 3 at a time. So I'm going to click revolve, and I can click on this one, and this one, because they all share an axis that is in the same like line. If I drew a line, they're all in the same line. So those are my profiles. For the axis, I'm going to click select, and I'm going to click on the center line here. And when I do that, it drew those 3 circles out. Okay? I'm going to press OK, and the second I did that, the other 3 circles disappeared. Now don't panic, they're still there. You just have to reactivate your sketch. So if you look at your side here in your browser, you should see sketches. I want you to click on the arrow, and I want you to find the last sketch you did, because the last sketch you did should be the one that has these on. If it's not, it has to be another one, but I'm going to click the little eyeball next to it, and then it should reactivate that sketch. Now that it's done that, I'm going to click revolve. I'm going to repeat that same process with these 3 objects, and then I'm going to click axis, I'm going to click select, and I'm going to click on this line, and it should revolve those 3, and then I'll press OK. And then I don't want the sketch there because it's just kind of in the way and it looks bad. So once you're done with the sketch, turn it off so you don't need to like keep looking at it, and then I'll close that off. Okay, so what we just did there was we made the 6th side right below the 1 side. So that's looking pretty nice. Okay, so there's no surefire rule, although there might possibly be for the 5, the 2, the 4, and the 3. I'm going to do one more side just so you can kind of understand, and then I want you to kind of think about the last 3 sides and how they would look. So I'll pick the 5 because I know that would be probably the one that causes you the most trouble. And for the 5, I'm going to kind of pick this side here between the 6 and the 1. I might be a little bit off on its location, but I think it'll be okay.